I am good to go.
Me too.
Sweet. So, number one, the GDP.
I put A for number one.
Okay, I did the same thing.
Yep, me too.
Sweet. So, the number two, according to the circulation flow diagram, the GDP.
I got C, can be computed as either the revenue firms receive from the sales of goods and services or the revenues they receive, or as revenue. Oh no, that's the same thing. Never mind, it's not C.
Right. What about D?
That's what I was thinking either B or D.
Hmm.
Well, I know that it's revenue from sales. So now that I've reread C, I know that that's not correct. I would say B.
Okay, I can support that.
You type B.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number three, gross domestic product measures. I think it's A.
I think so too. I'm not 100%. Yeah, I would say A.
Okay. Yeah.
And for four, what do you guys think for four?
I think it's just income. A.
A.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking either A or D. I think it I think it just excludes imports. It doesn't subtract them.
Hmm.
So we're just going to go with A then?
Yeah, I think it's A.
Sinus because 2 is right. Can be computed as received from the sales of goods and services to factors of production.
Say that again. You broke up pretty bad right there.
Sorry. So if number 2 is correct, which is, excuse me, if number 2 is correct, the GDP can be computed as the revenue firms receive from the sales of goods and services minus the payments they make to factors of production. I don't see how it can be just income, I guess. I would think it could be income minus government expenditures. What are your guys' thoughts?
No, because question 2 is referring to minus the payments they make to the factors of production. So that's talking about like the supplies and things like that.
Okay.
More of like what it costs to actually produce it, and not necessarily anything to do with the government.
Okay. That makes more sense then. I'm ready to move on when you guys are. I'm good.
I'm ready.
I got B for number 5.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I would agree.
For 6, I'm kind of confused because when I add everything up, it doesn't equal any of the answers. But if you look at it, I think the difference between the gross national product and the GDP is just a difference between $9 and $5. So I would say that it's D is my best guess.
You said you like D?
Yeah, I like
204?
Yeah, I like the last one. 204 is my best guess.
I would agree with that, actually.
I would too.
Okay, and then on 7, I'm thinking between C and D, but I'm not sure.
I would say it's I would say C.
So the only reason I would think it was D is because does the first farmer's $10 income also increase the GDP?
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know.
Because I know that it's like the income minus the cost of production. Second, or the Smith's Fresh Pecans has a $10 cost of production, so they add 21.50. But does that $10 also increase the GDP because it's the first farmer's income? That's why I'm kind of on the fence.
Right. Well, the only thing that doesn't, I mean, actually, the more I think about it, the more I'm considering, I think it does include, because the only thing that's not in the GDP is economy by overseas or income made by overseas residents.
Uh-huh.
And so I don't see why the first farmer's $10 wouldn't count to the GDP.
Which makes sense.
So we're leaning more towards D.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then by the same logic, I think that 8 would also be D, 11 million.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
I agree with that as well.
For 9, I'm going with B. Because
what?
new homes are investment and the rental value is consumption.
C.
B as in boy.
B's and boy. Okay, sorry, you guys were breaking up pretty bad. Okay, that's what I had.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that because I was a little bit lost on that one. So you guys say B, I'm good with that.
Okay. And then 10, I'm kind of confused about. I think it might be B, but I'm not sure.
I agree. Yeah.
I agree as well because they're not exporting expenditure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Cool. Okay, what are you guys thinking for the next one?
Hmm.
What I did on this one was that we know that GDP is all of those things plus investments. So P minus everything else to get the investment of 2,000.
I'm okay with that.
You got 2,000 for that?
Yeah.
Okay, I can support that as well.
And then 12, I get 120.
Yeah.
I got that as well.
Cool. $13, I put A, but that was just an educated guess. I'm not 100% sure on it.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. And then this next one, 14. I would say D.
You said D?
Yeah. I just went through and calculated all the nominal GDPs, and that's when it was the highest.
All right. Well, if you did the math for it, I trust the math.
And then the same thing for 15. I went through and did all the math on those percentages, and they were all like 0.4 off except for the last one, the 53.6%. That was exactly right on the numbers. That's the one I chose.
Okay.
Okay, and what are you guys looking at question 16? What are you thinking for that?
I would say A or B.
I was leaning more towards A.
So the
Actually,
GDP decreases going into 2010 from 2009.
Oh, I was reading it backwards.
yeah, I just realized the same thing.
Right.
So it's
So I'm
probably
thinking D.
Okay.
yeah. I realized that too. I was like, wait a second. I think I'm an idiot. I think I looked at it backwards.
Yep. Nope. D is right. Makes sense. Ugh.
Okay, what did you guys get for 17?
Would you say, did you get C?
Every time I do it, I get 69%. And so I don't know if I'm just doing it wrong. But in the book, didn't it say that inflation was calculated by doing the deflator minus the deflator over the deflator?
Yeah, I think so. Are we allowed to look? We're allowed to look at the book, right?
I think so. I'm not 100% sure on that question. I think we are because last time Brett looked at it and he didn't say anything. It's a group quiz, so I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Oh, okay. So inflation rate is GDP deflator in year 2 minus GDP deflator in year 1 over GDP deflator in year 1 times 100. Is that what you're getting? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. And I keep getting 69%.
And GDP deflator is nominal GDP over the real GDP times 100?
Yeah, and isn't the real GDP what the GDP is in the base year? Oh. Okay, that's what I did wrong. You have to do the prices times the quantities in 2010 and 2011 instead of times the quantities in 2013.
So do you get B then?
Once I calculate this out. Yeah, I get B now.
Yeah. Yeah, I was getting like 36%, but I figured, hey, B's the closest one to that, so I'm good with it.
Right, I got 38.05%.
Yeah, close enough for me.
Right.
Sounds good.
Okay, then for 18, I got like a 30% and output grew, so I put B.
I got that as well.
Okay.
And then average person in the economy, C.
That's what I got. And then for the last one, I put D.
That's what I had as well.
Cool. Good enough for me. I can submit this. Yeah. Ooh.
Wow.
Looks like we missed anymore.
Oh.
Huh.
Well, that's not fun.
No,
That's
I
upsetting.
wish it. Yeah, I wish it told us which ones we missed too.
Oh. We'll release it because I'd like to at least.
Yeah, I Learn 3 normally releases it after the due date unless teacher has something specific, so it should release it after 11 tonight.
Good
Okay,
to know.
so we can.
All right, so same time next week.
And hopefully we do
Yep.
better next week.
Yeah, that works for me.
All right, so I will make sure to post this, and I hope you guys have a good night.
All right, you too.
Okay, you guys too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.